Vector the Crocodile was one of the many Sonic heroes to be introduced in 1995's Knuckles Chaotix. While the game didn't get the hype it really deserved, thanks to it being released on the unpopular Sega 32X console, Vector the character has managed to endure the years and become a beloved supporting cast member, appearing in 25 games either as a playable character, in a cameo, or as an unlockable trophy. So today we're diving deeper into Vector, from his humble beginnings to what he's been up to these days, with our list of the top 10 Vector the Crocodile surprising facts. Number 10, his first video game appearance. While Vector was created by Sega long before he debuted in a Sonic game, but his first appearance was Knuckles Chaotix as a playable character. The game takes place after Sonic 3 and Knuckles, in the aftermath of the Death Egg Saga. An island rises from the water, New Trogic High Zone, and Vector goes to it after hearing a rumor that a miracle of God had caused the island to appear. Instead of finding the spiritual inspiration he sought, he ends up getting kidnapped by Eggman, and is later rescued by Knuckles, teaming up with him and the other members of the Chaotix, Espio the Chameleon, Mighty the Armadillo, and Charmy Bee, all to defeat Eggman. Later, along with Espio and Charmy, Vector would undergo a bit of a revision for Sonic Heroes, to better adapt the characters and their motivations to that game, when they appeared as Team Chaotix. Vector would physically become stockier in order to make him fit better into his power-type role in the team. And at number 9, his necklace. One of Vector's most memorable physical attributes is his big old gold chain that he always wears around his neck. This was never part of his original design though. It came to be in Knuckles Chaotix when Vector put his ring around his neck in the game. There's something called ring power in the game that serves as a justification as to why players can play with two characters at once. When Vector is wearing his around his neck, it looks like a gold necklace, similar to the modern day version that the character now dons. But before he got his official gold necklace, Vector appeared to have a black band around his neck, which optically separated his head from the rest of his body. But this was later removed, despite appearing on his sprite sheet for Sonic Jump, a game that he never actually made it into since the app ceased updates. Up next, number 8, Chaotix Detective Agency. Vector is the leader of the Chaotix Detective Agency, and the trio itself. The agency is an organization that consists of Team Chaotix, all working as detectives, but it has a bit of a reputation for being broke. This is because Vector likes to take on many a charity case. The agency first appeared in Sonic Heroes, the game that reinvented Vector, Espio, and Charmy, which had them working a case for Robotnik, who initially approached them anonymously. Eventually, Vector and the gang deduced that he was the one behind the mysterious communication. The detective agency also appeared in Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. Up next, number 7, Espio the Chameleon. Vector and Espio go way back. The Croc and Chameleon first debuted together in Knuckles Chaotix, and since are generally paired together in Sonic games, both being members alongside Charmy Bee of Team Chaotix. Even though they're pals, Vector has a tendency to get on Espio's nerves. Sometimes Vector's loud behavior causes him to overshadow Espio. There's even a moment in Sonic Colors where he begins to wonder where Espio has gone off to, only to realize the calm and serious Chameleon has been standing right beside him the whole time. To be fair, dude can camouflage like no other. In another example during Sonic Generations, Vector inhales 3 chili dogs, the true meal of heroes as far as the Sonic universe is concerned, and Espio shakes his head in embarrassment. Regardless, the two have a great partnership. Espio is often the voice of reason and Vector the heart. And at 6, his personality. Vector, as described by his character card in Sonic Generations, is a croc with attitude. I quote, "Despite his scaly exterior and often aggressive manner, deep down, Vector has a kind heart. While he may seem like he's only about the money, he always helps those in need for free. This is one of the many things that he and Espio find themselves at odds about, Vector taking on a case pro bono, even if Espio, out of logic, advises against it. But at the end of the day, Espio always trusts Vector's intuition." Up next, number 5, Vector's abilities. Vector, as we mentioned, is a power type, and has a whole lot of physical strength. He's been known to destroy thick metal alloys and boulders with a single punch, can throw heavy objects quite high, and uses his body weight to his advantage in battle when slamming down on enemies to crush them. His jaw is also incredibly powerful. He can crush almost anything with it, and while he may not be as fast as Espio, he can definitely keep up. Also, fun fact, Vector is the second tallest organic non-human Sonic character, with the tallest being none other than Big the Cat. Because hey, they've gotta give Big something, right? Up next, number 4, music references. Vector has always had a soft spot for music. It's an aspect of his character that was present right from his initial creation. But more on that later. Vector's appreciation for music goes beyond just being a personality trait. He's made numerous references to popular songs over the years, most prominently in Sonic Generations. While he says to Sonic, I quote, "You got the power, Sonic." This is actually a reference to the song The Power by a German band Snap, in which they sing the lyrics, "I've got the power." Vector also references the Jackson 5 and their song I'll Be There, when he says, "Just press the triangle button and I'll be there." which is a reference to the lyrics "Just call my name and I'll be there." The button, he says, differs depending on the console that you're playing generations on. Side note, Vector loves to perform, and he and the rest of the Chaotix even bust out a tune in Sonic Heroes together. Up next, number 3, find the computer room. The 2005 Shadow the Hedgehog game brought us many gifts. Shadow wielding guns, family-friendly characters cursing, and just a whole lot of fodder for memes. One of which was spawned from a line that Vector says in the game.
Find the computer room! Find the computer room! Find the computer room!
Yeah, it spread like wildfire on the internet, with people crafting memes of Vector saying his infamous line in various situations. Here's a few. In our number 2 spot, his mouth. Vector is a creature of many talents, and so is his mouth. For starters, Vector has notoriously bad breath. Aside from being absolutely awful, it's also a really effective move of his, and a versatile one. He uses his mouth to spit out sound waves and fire to attack his enemies. While the sound waves are more so due to his powerful voice, which he gets from singing, it can also be used as a destructive weapon. Vector is also a pro at chewing gum. He's blown massive bubbles before to ride through the air on, or to knock projectiles away, and even uses the bubbles as projectiles themselves when combined with his spinning abilities. Gross, but useful. And last but not least, and at number 1, his creation. Vector was originally conceived by Sega to be one of the members of the Sonic the Hedgehog band during the early development of the first Sonic game that was released in 1991. The band was supposed to be part of Sound Test, with the band playing and Sonic breakdancing in front of them. But this was eventually dropped from the final version of the game because of time constraints. Vector played the keyboard, which is where his interest in piano had originated from. Early concept sketches of the band that were included in the Sega Mega Drive Genesis Collected Works art book feature Vector and hint at the idea that the band and its members were to have more prominent appearances in the game, including on the end title card. This alone makes Vector one of the oldest characters of the Sonic series, alongside the likes of Sonic himself, Dr. Eggman, and Flicky, a colorful bird that would become the name of a race of birds that inhabit many early Sonic games, although the initial Flicky character had her own game in 1984 before being integrated into the world of Sonic. Alright, there we have it, friends. How many of the facts on our list did you already know about Vector? If he's your favorite Sonic character, how come? Give us a shout about all things Vector in those comments below. Now if you dug this video, spread the love. Hit that like button, click on subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to hang out with us some more. And if you're craving more Sonic the Hedgehog, oh boy, do we have you covered. Make sure you click on that playlist currently flashing on your screen for more Blue Blur and his pals. In the meantime though, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.